Hey guys, I get a lot of questions about why I like to use bands so much, and there's at least a few reasons you might use bands, but the main reason that I like to use them is that you can add resistance throughout the movement. You can have progressive resistance throughout the movement. And even within that, there's multiple ways to do that. There's multiple reasons you would do that. And I'm gonna talk about one of my favorite ways today, and that is band assistance. Now, band assistance increases the resistance as you progress through the movement, similar to band resistance, but it's not the exact same. And I like to use band assistance for my heavier lifts. So you can see right here, I got 405 pounds set up for Zercher squats. And right here, the band is stretched minimally at the top, right? So it's not adding that much assistance at the top, but the more I progress, the more I squat down and get lower and lower, that band is gonna stretch more and more and give me more and more help as I get to the bottom of the movement. And why I like to do that is because that bottom of the movement is where I'm weakest. It's where I'm most vulnerable to injury. And that this way, it gives me a little assistance there. But as I get closer to the top, it gets heavier and heavier, so I still get that heavy stimulus, but it's in a safer fashion. I'm less likely to sustain injury. And frankly, I'm stronger there, so I can handle more resistance. And so the reason I like to do band assistance here and not band resistance is because the band, as it stretches more and more, it progressively helps more and more. So the biggest difference in band assistance and weight is going to be from the bottom point to the midpoint of the lift. If I flipped it and did band resistance, it would be from the middle point to the top point. So I don't want that. I want that if I'm moving the bar for speed. I'll cover that in another video. But when I am moving this heavy weight, I want the biggest difference in weight, in resistance, to be from that bottom point to the middle point, specifically straight from that bottom point. Every inch I start to move up, every increment I start to move up, it gets, the assistance gets less and less, but I want the most help at the bottom. So I'm gonna do a set right here and just show you how that works. You'll be able to see that band stretch more and more as I go. So when I take it off, I do like to have a little bit of tension in the bands at the top. Otherwise, they start to float around. They might get underneath the bar, and you're going to put wear and tear on your bands as you rack it. Again, if the band is getting caught in there. So I got a little bit of tension, but not much. I got these double looped, so they'll be nice and strong, nice and tight at the bottom, and they'll give me the most assistance there. So there you have it. Zercher squats. I can get that heavy stimulus at the top without it being too heavy at the bottom and put myself at risk of injury and frankly just not being able to do that level of weight. So this was band assistance, heavy movements. This is the Rallis regimen.